Good morning. Standing before you is a diverse group of religious leaders from the Buddhist, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, and other traditions. Though we hold differing views on a great many matters, we are drawn together today to stand united in our support of refugees, especially Syrian refugees who fled their homelands in the face of political and military terrorism. In the name of the religious traditions in which American ideals are rooted, we oppose the position taken by Governor-elect of Kentucky, Matt Bevin, and Indiana Governor Mike Pence, and other political leaders across the nation against our states receiving Syrian refugees in their hour of need. No religion makes faithfulness optional when it becomes inconvenient or unsafe. God's love and human love are always risky and costly. Absolute security is unattainable and unrealistic. Feelings of fear must be faced with spiritual courage to do the right thing at the right time. Now is the right time for American people of faith to do the right thing, even if the right thing results in risk to our lives and our security. If we turn our back on those in need, the terrorists win and God's people lose.
Judaism teaches that just as God is merciful and compassionate, so too must we strive to be the same. Jewish history and tradition teach that it is a moral imperative to help people in need, regardless of race, religion, creed, or country of origin. Our response to the Syrian refugee crisis is not fear, it is love, courage, and compassion. We are honored to stand in unity with our sisters and brothers of other faith traditions.
Let me say unequivocally, we welcome all refugees to come and live among us. We will not live in fear. That this is in some quarters of our society a controversial statement points up the need for people of faith to come together to affirm that hatred and fear have no home in our city. At the heart of all of our religious commitments is regard for others, compelling us to call all humans our neighbors, whether they live next door to us or halfway around the world.
Our faith's value system is no different than the value systems practiced by our fellow Americans. The true essence of Islam and that of Sharia law are already part of our Constitution. This essence is being put into practice day and night by citizens all around the country in the forms of social justice, rule of law, gender equality, tolerance, and mutual respect for each other. So, fellow Americans, please remember, Muslims are the main victims of the atrocities of ISIS, as ISIS have killed more Muslims than any other group. And we should not turn our back to Syrian refugees who are victims of these terrorists. And they are running away from these terrorists, and if we turn our back to them, then what message are we sending to them and to the rest of the world? In the end, I believe that as one of our sacred scriptures says, "For I was hungry, you gave me food. For I was thirsty, you gave me water. I was a stranger, and you invited me in." So we need to see the crisis, the tragedy of Syrian refugees who are fleeing their home. Because, my friends, it's not easy to flee one's home. It's not easy to go into a foreign land and a culture to start a new life. So we should see them through the eyes of compassion, through the eyes of sacred ones like Jesus, and not through the lens of politics. Thank you.